pour a 90-year-old beer. It might finish her off, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Impolite, misbehaving teenagers dressed up as werewolves and witches.
It's dangerous.
Asking for money.
It's dangerous.
It is dangerous, you're absolutely right.
This is an evil night for evil people to do evil things.
Well, it seems to work out that way, which really can do. But it's just a harmless bit of fun, Richard, just a harmless bit of fun.
I honestly thought that it completely in favour of Halloween. So I'm genuinely startled at your position. I'm pleasantly surprised, but I'm genuinely startled.
Well, I know that you see me as some kind of left-wing tit.
Some kind of left-wing tit, as a left-wing tit.
Okay. But sometimes those labels aren't entirely correct. You know, as I said, there's a line that sometimes gets crossed by society and by people, and the whole concept of Halloween certainly does that for me. On what other night would it be acceptable for strangers to knock on your door and ask for money?
It simply wouldn't be. On any other night, even Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, people don't have the audacity to come and ask for sweets or money. Indeed.
I'm not, you know, one thing that I do want to get across is that Halloween is a valid night. People can do with it as they will.
Is it?
It is. But have your own fucking party, you little bastards.
This is a pagan ceremony, Nathaniel, writ large. It's paganism on our streets. And our children are the innocent instruments of their worship.
Well, I don't know about this as to the pagan origins of it, Richard. I mean, where does that one come from?
It comes from pagans.
Well, I don't get much pagan vibes going on when I'm walking into supermarkets, seeing costumes and God only knows what else they're selling in some kind of commercialism. Doesn't seem very pagan then.
This is the creeping influence of Asian culture.
Oh,
first Bhangra, let me finish. First Bhangra, then Bollywood, now Halloween.
The pagan Asians.
Exactly right. Satanists, Nathaniel.
Yeah?
Files.
Is that all of them?
All of who?
The Asians.
This one.
Is it like Diwali? Is it like, you know, is it something that they take that seriously?
It's no... It's kind of loss of security. You're right, you've hit the nail on the head.
Well, it's something that needs to be done about it, Richard. It needs to be stopped.
I'll tell you the first thing they can do. Jack-o'-lanterns should be banned.
Are these pumpkins that get caught?
Pumpkins. Any supermarket selling pumpkins in the lead up to Halloween should be fined, and it should be in the order of magnitude as the fine that they get for selling alcohol to under 18s.
Right, yes. I mean, that's certainly a hard line view to take. But sometimes these courses of action need to be taken, I guess.
Did you expect anything from me other than a hard line view?
No, I don't expect anything resembling liberal to come from your mouth, Richard. It has to be said.
So why even...
Well, I'm just trying to say that I have some kind of agreement with you on that issue.
So why say it in such a negative, hard line? Oh, here we go again. Richard, the arch right-winger, hard line view. Isn't he inhuman? Isn't he a scumbag?
Well, yeah, you are a hard-line inhuman scumbag when it comes to most issues, and I don't think anyone would disagree with the fact that if someone was to take the point of view where they decided to get pumpkins banned from supermarkets, that wouldn't be considered anything other than hard line.
On a kind of a separate note, Nathaniel, how many of the Halloween films have you seen?
Well, it's always coming back to this, Richard, isn't it? It's continually coming back.
I'm just, the topic is Halloween. This is a film review. Could we not mention it?
No, I don't think we can. It's not the correct slot.
Just tell me how many you've seen.
I haven't seen any of them.
Right. But to your knowledge, does anything good ever come from them?
From what? The films?
From the films.
I thought I haven't bloody seen them.
Have you ever heard of a positive story based on somebody watching one of those films?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Go on. Don't make it up.
I'm not making it up. I've got two young friends, Richard.
Right.
Johnny and Peter.
Oh.
They said to me...
Johnny and Peter.
They said to me a week or so ago, we were discussing the notion of Halloween, and they said to me that they'd seen these movies, and some of the imagery was so fantastic they decided to copy it and create it onto the pumpkins that they bought from Asda.
Right.
Positive story there for you.
Is it?
Yes. Kids getting creative, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I suppose. But, yeah. I'm directed in the wrong manner, I would say, but I suppose you're right.
Well, what was the point you were going to make?
I've got no idea.
You're talking about Halloween movies that have got no positive impact.
Well, listen, suddenly, this time of year, people pretend to like horror movies.
Right.
Where are they the rest of the year? That's what I want to know. It's like the idiots that go into pubs only on New Year's Eve, and inevitably they cause trouble.
I'm not sure where you're coming from with that. I'm not sure that scenario actually exists. You think there are people that actually go into pubs only on New Year's Eve?
Yes.
You're an idiot.
There are people, they're called casual drinkers. They go into pubs, New Year's Eve, maybe their birthday. Well, I'll give them that as well. Maybe their birthday.
Oh, right.
And they, they're not used to it. And they sniff of the barmaid's apron, and they want to take on the world. They want to fight anybody.
Well, that's certainly the definition of casual, isn't it? Twice a year.
This can't be a new concept to you.
It is a new concept. You often introduce new concepts to me. They're all vile and disgusting. But this isn't vile and disgusting. It just seems completely off the mark.
They enter the pub. They'll have 3 pints of, normally it would be Stella Artois.
Sounds much like myself.
And before you know it, they've got a pool cue in their hand. They're kind of gesticulating wildly and just causing mayhem. And it's just like the people that watch horror films at Halloween. They don't watch them the rest of the year. But I'm surprised you're arguing with this. You were complaining about the people in Paranormal Activity 3. The idiots. They're the people I'm talking about.
Well, not necessarily. We haven't got the statistical proof for that, have we, really?
It's anecdotal.
Which makes it absolutely worthless.
But it's sufficiently anecdotal. There's sufficient anecdotal evidence to make it valid in some regard.
Listen, Richard.
I'm a scientist.
You can't even mention that word validly in this argument. You really can't. If you've got kind of CCTV footage of people walking in to see Paranormal Activity 3, they're carrying pool cues, they're a little bit drunk, I might listen to you. Until then, you're talking nonsense.
I don't like Halloween, Nathaniel. I don't like it at all. It's too many young people having too much fun. It can only lead to badness.
It's the wrong sort of fun as well, Richard.
It can only lead to dreadful, dreadful things.
I'm surprised you haven't made reference to the kind of demonic aspect of Halloween.
I did reference Satanists.
You didn't say Satanists once, you mentioned the pagans.
I said Satanists. You don't listen to a bloody word I'm saying, Nathaniel.
Your memory is just on the wane. You can't remember what you said 2 minutes ago, man.
This is a ceremony for Satanists to celebrate their kind of evil ways.
Yeah, I mean, do you pray for their souls at such a time?
I pray for you, Nathaniel.
Well, I'm quite pleased about that.
I always do.
I'm always happy for you to pray for me, Richard.
I pray for you on a semi-nightly basis.
Yeah?
Yeah, every other night. And I don't bother on Sunday.
Doesn't seem to be working.
Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, I pray for you. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, I don't pray for you.
I just want to... Can I make that point, Richard?
Go on.
It's one of the most annoying parts about you, and there's something to be said for that.
Mm-hmm.
You really need to work on your manners. You need to understand that when having a conversation, the other person's allowed to talk now and again.
The difficulty is, Nathaniel, and this is a genuine, a genuine point. I do have trouble stopping talking because I know that whatever you say is just going to be fucking mindless. And that's all from Passive Aggressive Film Reviews this week. We'll be back next week to tackle another movie on current release, delve back into the archives, and now, all new, we'll pick another topic for discussion. Good night.
Good night.